Have you heard anything about artificial intelligence? Yeah, in 2026, there's just been a total boom in it. But what if I told you that artificial intelligence can already, right now, really big money for you? Or maybe not? In this video, I'd like to show you in as much detail as possible how you can use an AI like ChatGPT to trade the market really profitably. Now, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel in advance and also join my Telegram community. There, I post my signals, news breakdowns, and I train beginners so that you can become independent traders. I do all of this absolutely for free, so I'm leaving the links below the video. Be sure to check them out. Let's start with the fact that I currently have the platform we work on open. By the way, all the links are also down below. So I have $2,656 in my account. The amount isn't really that large. How do I suggest we test the artificial intelligence? Basically, I'll show you what prompt, what task I give it so that it directly gives me signals in the format I want to see. Naturally, I'd like to make a small disclaimer right away that to this day, I believe you need to be able to analyze things yourself, you need to be able to learn, and so on. But artificial intelligence can be a pretty good assistant for us in this. To start, in order for our ChatGPT to properly understand what we need to get from it, we need to write a prompt. So basically, I wrote a prompt that involves me always saying hello to ChatGPT. I'm telling it that I'm gonna send it screenshots of charts now, and it should tell me where I should open positions, either basically for an increase or for a decrease, while specifying a time frame from 1 to 5 minutes. In fact, naturally, you can open positions here for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, or even several hours. But since I'm recording a video and I want to show you a faster result, I don't want to stretch this video out for several hours. So I asked for 1 to 5 minutes. And I also told it that I'm trading on a demo account, just in case, so it doesn't worry. It's actually very important to mention this because ChatGPT in particular very often says that I can't give advice on matters related to investments. I can't suggest where to open trades and so on. And to get around all of that, it's better. Always mention that you're trading on a demo account so you can't lose any money. And then it works like a charm. That's a little life hack for you, so to speak. Whoa. Alright, let's send it to him. Okay. He wrote back that everything's set. Everything's great. He'll analyze it, tell us up or down for a certain time. And basically, he'll explain why he thinks we should open like that. Now, let's try it. Yeah, to get things started. We'll take it and send it. Let's see. Well, we can even make a big, so to speak, screenshot on a MacBook. By the way, it's very convenient to do all this. You just go in, drag it over, it's fast, but it's important to consider. Let's go over the downsides. Yeah, he'll analyze the image now and basically tell us where to open. So, down for 2 to 3 minutes. Well, let's do 2 minutes. And I'm opening a sell for $50. As I said, I'll open 10 positions, so in total, I'll put down $500 and we'll see how that turns out for us. You can also message him back. If a trade ends in a loss, you can write to him, for example, yeah, that I lost on this position. Why did that happen? He'll analyze it. Basically, he's telling us down for 2 to 3 minutes. He's explaining, yeah, why he thinks so, and says, I would do the same. See, he gives us the information right away. Yeah, about what could go, so to speak, wrong. So let's wait and see what happens with this. Personally, I'd like to say that, as you saw when I was taking the screenshot and sending it to ChatGPT, naturally, it takes time for the screenshot to load, for him to analyze it, and for him to give the output. That's exactly why I think there are, so to speak, risks. Just imagine, it's good that the market wasn't very volatile just now. Yeah, so the candle was just as we sent it, and that's when he told us to open. Yeah, so there wasn't any sudden volatility. But imagine there are moments with impulses. For example, like here, when we have a massive drawdown in a very short period of time. followed by some sharp bounces. I mean, look, yeah, the shadow this candle had. So when this next candle opened, it first went down. And imagine, by the time you take a screenshot and send it, you might already miss something. So, for example, an impulse trading strategy isn't really suitable for this. For instance, if you see consolidation, meaning the market is more or less at the same point, it'll also be quite hard to open using his advice. Well, let's take a look. So, unfortunately, he closed the first trade for us at a loss. Look here, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you imagine how many seconds that is? Come on, we still need to send it. I mean, the delay is actually quite long. And let's see. Well, you see, it's good that nothing has changed yet. He's pointing down again for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, let's open another short position. It's like, we're opening at the worst possible moment. Well, alright, let's wait and see. Overall, he's laid out exactly the same thing here as we had the first time. So let's watch and see how this turns out. But I think we'll end up with another loss on this position. And it's very important to understand that when you start trading, naturally relying on, as many people like to say about AI, that it's going to replace everyone and so on. Guys, obviously you can use it as a resource, for instance, with ChatGPT, and I've mentioned this many times before. You can, for example, send it your position so it can perform an analysis. Right. I always say that you need to analyze the trades where you lost money. Yes, you can export the data and show it exactly where you opened and closed the position. It'll analyze it, which is a huge help. It can offer trading advice, it can assist. For example, if you ask it to compile today's news list. Otherwise, you'd have to go to investing.com or check an economic calendar yourself. Here, you just type it in and it gives you the news list. You can even ask it to analyze that news. Yes, it can help you form an opinion, but you still need to do your own thinking first and foremost. And if you actually want to learn how to do this, then, as I said, you can always join our Telegram channel. I provide full training for beginners there. By the way, our payout dropped to 55%. That's just unacceptable. And regarding OTC, I don't recommend trading on OTC. A lot of people trade there, but I made a video about it. You can check the info cards here or here, they'll pop up now. I don't recommend trading there. Let's switch to another currency pair and send it. So we're 0 for 2 so far. Let's send the next currency pair and see what happens with this one. As they say, there's that significant time delay again. Image analysis. This one's also 2 to 4. Okay, let's go with 3 minutes for a short. Great, it's open. But so far, it always tells me 2 to 4 minutes for a short. Here it was 2 to 3. 2 to 3. Here, he's laying it out. So he's showing us right away where the level is. The next one is 158.95. 158.95 right here is our next level. Well, let's just keep an eye on it, so to speak. But at the same time, it's quite strange. I mean, he's showing us that the next level is here. It's pretty odd that at the level where the chart just was, well, you can imagine. There's a significant gap between them. And he's indicating that it could reach this point and then drop. But he's given us a very short time frame. I mean, he's given us 3 to 4 minutes, and what? Does he think that in those 3 or 4 minutes, the chart will hit the upper level and then fall? That's some pretty strange advice if you ask me. And to be honest, I've obviously tested ChatGPT and all that before. And in some months, it was showing a very, very good profit. That's what I'm curious about right now. Let me know what you think. Like, who's already tried using it for trading, or who's gonna try it after this video? What kind of results did you get? By the way, just a reminder that you can test all of this on a demo account, so anyone who signs up on Pocket or any other platform will have $50,000 in a demo account. And the demo account is no different from a real one. I've actually made a separate video about demo versus real accounts. Check it out here or here. You can go in, take a look, and compare for yourself which AI platform you prefer, more or less, and so on. I'm using ChatGPT for now, but I'll be trying out all the others too. Send me some AIs. Tell me in the comments what I should check out. I'll definitely do that. But so far, the results aren't really impressing me. They used to be much better. Just so you know, I first tried using ChatGPT about a year ago, back when it was an older version, you could say. And there was a time when it gave me a win rate of over 80% across nearly 100 positions. Just to give you an idea, what I'm seeing now is absolutely useless. I mean, it's like it's changed. Maybe the developers messed something up. So you see, they can just decide at any moment to stop. Yeah, ChatGPT isn't allowed to give investment advice, not at all. And just like that, the opportunity's gone, so thinking for yourself is always better. Another losing trade, another loss. I'm even gonna message it later and tell it how much money it lost me. I'm actually curious to see its reaction. Well, it's clear that, I told him I'm trading on a demo account, so he doesn't have to worry about it. Okay, 3 out of 3 in the red, 3 out of 3 in the red, up for 2 to 3 minutes. He changed it for me quickly. Let's go for a rise. I'm actually gonna laugh now. Yeah. If this position ends up in the red again, and it's exactly like, well, the opposite, if it's the opposite, I'll be very surprised. Okay, let's do it right away so we can speed things up. But here, it's not really, objective, so to speak, to look at it. So, let's take a look here. Well, what do we have here? It's a plus, by the way. It's really a plus, guys. It'll probably be 1 now, a minute and a half. But this is already, it's like playing a guessing game. See, he's writing that the price has almost reached this level. We'll see. Let's wait for it. But the yield, of course, is very low right now. Very low. Let's open it here and send it to him right away. To see where he would open here. I'll open all the other positions right now. We have 6 positions left to open if you count this one. Okay, 1 position. Where will he tell us to go? Down for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, I'm opening a down position here. After that, let's switch right over to the next currency pair. Let's see what he tells us here. It's actually interesting. I'm curious myself what the test will be like. But this success rate isn't exactly wow. Not wow. I mean, it was even better once. I've never been a defender of artificial intelligence, but I actually feel a little bit bad for it right now. 2 to 3 minutes for a rise. Okay, we've got a plus on that trade. 2 to 3 minutes for a rise. That's it, I'm opening it here. Well, you see, for example, it started to grow a little bit more here because the candles are large, but at least we're lucky. I'll tell you objectively, we're lucky that the charts aren't changing much right now. So we can still sort of exist here, so to speak. Okay, we don't need any of this anymore. Okay, let's open a position here as he shows us. Let's see. Look, while I'm loading it. Come on, faster. Okay, it's loaded. And now it's settled down. Good, we're getting lucky. Down for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, another 2-minute trade on the downside. Let's wait. Let's take a look at what's actually going on with our trades, the open ones. So far, by the way, as you can see, everything's in the green, but here, as I see it, it's not exactly moving with confidence. It shows how much time. Well, yeah, so this trade is more or less, sitting at the exact same level for us. Because if we didn't have such sharp changes, we would have seen it. But here, I don't really understand, to be honest, what he's counting on here, because you can see that the trend has, well, shifted. Here's our upper high, right? So I would have done it differently here. Here's our upper high, and that one trade, by the way, ended in a profit, after which we had a dip, then a rise. It tried to break through the upper level, couldn't break it, then it bounced back, and bounced again. This boundary ended, meaning the next high point ended lower than the previous ones, which already signals to us that the trend has actually started moving into a bear market. And it seems like it would have been very logical to just open with the trend here, right? Not on a rise. I don't quite get it. I don't agree with how he advised us to open this position. I don't know. Let's send the next trade. I feel like he should tell us now, like, hey man, open on the downside. It seems like that would be pretty logical. Okay, and let's count how many we have here now. We've sent him 10 trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 trades. Yeah, that's what we have. Okay, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. So naturally, when I enter the market, since I've been trading for quite a while now, it's not particularly hard for me to look and imagine, what should actually happen. I mean, I can analyze what's already happened pretty quickly, and charts are pretty much always cyclical. Right, so you look at what you've already had, you immediately determine for yourself where your lowest level is on the chart, where your highest level is on the chart, and then you watch the trend. So basically, you take the same basic tools, like a trend line, for example. Yeah, you mark your upper touch point, you mark your lower touch point, and so on. And that way, it'll be much easier for you to understand everything. So here we can immediately see the channel that the chart is moving through. See, it broke out of this channel sharply, so we had to return back to its upper boundaries. But everything's going very, very smoothly, meaning if it breaks through here now, there will be a sharp drop down. If it suddenly breaks through this upper level and manages to hold there, it will accordingly rise. Yeah, and after some time, once you've been trading for a while on a daily basis, it'll be easier for you to analyze. With your own knowledge, and believe me, no artificial intelligence will do this job better or faster. Yeah, because literally, I just need to log in. Take a look like this, and I only need, 2 or 3 seconds to generally understand the current market situation. Of course, if you're preparing for the news, then that's a different story. And ChatGPT can really help with that. It can gather reviews from other analysts for you. But you'll still need to do the thinking yourself anyway, how things will play out. Because even though I can't call myself the best news analyst out there, even I've had a couple of cases where I disagreed with something. For example, I opened positions and actually went against the majority, and, well, I turned out to be right. There were, of course, cases where it was the opposite, but like I always say, you need to rely directly on your own knowledge, on your own approach. So, well, we have 2 trades left to open accordingly. Let's send it this one position. And let's wait, okay? Let it analyze this. We'll open it and then move straight to the second one. Let's let it analyze. See, by the way, it's very good that it writes here, about the fact that I drew the level correctly, the channel, I drew the channel correctly. Thank you very much, ChatGPT. So 2 to 3 minutes for a decrease. Perfect. Opened it here. That's it. And let's move on to the Euro Japanese Yen. It's interesting here what it'll say, because here our chart is inside a rectangle. Let's see what it tells us about this, where our chart will go now from this rectangle. So, send done. This will be our 10th trade. Also down for 2 to 3 minutes. Perfect. All right, let's wait and see. Waiting. Well, you see here, even without ChatGPT, it's clear that with a very high probability, since it's inside this channel, it will, so to speak, reach the lower level, bounce back up, reach the upper level, bounce back down, and so on. So it's cool that there's ChatGPT, which seems to help us with this, explaining things and so on. But believe me, if, I don't know, you even literally, for example, I trade with the guys from our VIP club on a daily basis. And if you trade with me for at least a few days and see how I analyze and watch my other educational videos, then I think it'll be so clear to you that you won't even need the help of artificial intelligence, right? But it's really cool that you can, for example, send, to start with, to develop in general, you can send, for example, just a screenshot of a chart and say, analyze this, tell me where the upper level is. So it will tell you point by point where your lower level is. In that sense, yes. You could also, for example, write to it and ask, are there any technical analysis patterns here? Or, for example, you can write about, can you tell me what technical analysis patterns you see here right now? What kinds there are in general? Which news is important, which isn't, right? So the list of requests actually prompts for ChatGPT in trading how it can help. It's a huge number of requests. And so if you're interested in me breaking down ChatGPT and other assistants and how they can be used in trading, please guys, write about it in the comments, give it a thumbs up, and also share this video with your friends and acquaintances if they also want to develop in trading and use artificial intelligence correctly, and not fall for various scammers who promise to make them millionaires and so on. So guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, on the last ones, it really pulled through, of course. But we have, out of 10 trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 positions went through. Yeah, so 60%. Actually, not bad. As a supporting tool, I'll say it again, for beginners, it's like this, yeah? For it to explain why it's opening trades in a certain direction and so on. Also, I think it's very good because it really lays everything out quite well. But the only thing is, over time, I would say, since I've been trading for a long time, I see that in terms of timing, it objectively falls short sometimes. Same time, when we trade with the guys, for example, I always say, please manage your deposit correctly. When you trade, you should only put 1% of your deposit on your first trade. That way, you'll be able to cover all of your losses. After watching this video, you can tell me in the comments who's going to try trading with AI and what results you got. It'll be very interesting to read, and I'll be happy if your results are also awesome. Thank you all very much. See you in the next videos. That's all for now, friends. Bye, everyone.